Now, if you were with us yesterday, we posed the question, who might we expect to see back in Toledo walleye gear next season? We posed that question to the voice of hockey in Toledo, Matt Melzak. Now, today, we go from the ice to the bench. Dan Watson, the subject of an article by our friend Mark Monroe of the Toledo Blade today. Here's Matt's take on that situation earlier this week. This is not new. We talked about this with Coach Alone before, after he led the Walleye to great success and then he moved on. What do you believe? I mean, come on, it's a perfect marriage. It could be because a guy, Dan Watson's been commuting from the Cleveland area to Toledo for so long, and there's a job, and his track record is pretty good. It's a perfect fit, right?
I mean, on paper, yes. And I can see why a lot of people have put the two together.
Sure.
And I've been asked, I don't know how many times about it. Is Dan Watson
Add
taking a
another
Cleveland
one.
job?
Add another one.
Yeah, and now Eric Halbert.
Yes.
So, I mean, into the long list of people that have asked me. And I have no knowledge of that at all. And you know, if Dan's even talked to them, I wouldn't know, and I'm not going to press him on it. But you're right, it would be a nice marriage for him, especially because of the fact that he lives there. But if you heard him last Friday talking to the fans there, and yes, he lives in Cleveland, and that's where his roots are for this. You know, he's been there with his wife and for a long time there in Cleveland, but he also looks at this area as being really close to his heart now because he played a year in Toledo and he's been here as a coach for 10 years. And you don't just throw that away on a whim, but I'm assuming that if he gets offered that job that he would take it. It would be smart of him to do so and get an opportunity to go up to the next level. And but you know, on the other hand, until that were to happen, if it does, then you know I still look forward to him being the head coach of the Walleye.
Yeah, and we look forward to Matt Melzak being the play-by-play voice for the Toledo Walleye for a long time to come. And I'm sure your wife is looking forward to you shaving that thing on your face. Is that?
No, actually, it's the opposite.
Really? Oh.
It's the opposite.
That tells a little bit more.
That's exactly right. She's like, cover that face as much as possible. I think it's probably more what she's looking for. But no, actually, she kind of likes it.
Okay, all right.
So, you know, I mean, you grow one in, who knows? Maybe your wife would go, Eric, that's the way to go.
She wishes I could. She wishes I could. That's the whole other thing. He's the voice of hockey in Toledo. Matt Melzak, you can catch him with Jim Weber for the Toledo Mudhens right here on BCSN and Fox Sports AM 1230 throughout the summer.